Hey there, if you're a Midwesterner like me, you are used to swatting mosquitoes the size of birds and flicking June bugs off of your lights. Well, let me tell you, out here in Arizona, the critters are a little different and maybe not so bad. Today, I'm breaking down the 7 most common critters and pests that we find here in Arizona homes. Okay, I'm gonna start with the really scary ones. Scorpions. Honestly, you guys, I've seen like 2 scorpions in my life, and I've been in Arizona for 18 years. Not to say that they don't exist, but I don't get the blacklight out and look for them either. So here's what you need to know about scorpions. Scorpions can be tiny little critters that can climb walls and get into little cracks. And not to mention, they pack a powerful sting. So the best way to look for scorpions is to treat your home regularly, but also make sure you dump out those shoes and keep the floor clear of clutter. You never know where these little buggers could be hiding. Ooh, and snakes are next. I know everybody thinks that Arizona is just crawling with rattlesnakes, and maybe they are out in the desert. So if you have a home that backs up to desert land or you live up in the mountains, you might find more rattlesnakes. But I can tell you here locally in the city, we don't see very many crawling around and slithering around. So snakes, they're just as scared of you as you are of them. So don't worry about the snakes. The best way to keep your eye out for snakes is to keep your yard clear of clutter and get rid of the tall grass so you can see things that are out there. Also, check under your patio furniture. If you live in an area that backs up to desert, invest in some snake fencing, and that can help keep them out just a little bit. I know spiders are scary for everybody. I never liked the daddy long legs back in the Midwest. And the spiders out here are a little bit bigger and a little bit more hairy. You don't see them as often, but you got to keep your eyes out for the tarantulas, the brown recluse, and the black widows. The best way to handle spiders is to knock down those cobwebs, seal up any cracks or crevices, and keep your boxes and things off the ground in the garage. Then that will leave less places for them to hide. Now here's one that I really dislike myself, are the cockroaches. They're common out here in Arizona. They're just like any other gross beetle that you find out in the Midwest. So the best thing is to make sure that you keep your countertops clean and keep debris off the floor, anything that can invite cockroaches in to look for food. They are mostly found in the kitchen. Keep your kitchen clean, crumble free, and hopefully the cockroaches stay away. And you Midwesterners know ants. They're just everywhere. And you know the best way to treat those is to also keep food and debris off the floor and off the counters, and hopefully you can keep your home ant free. And here's one that creeps everybody out, is the roof rats. Yep, the rats climb the walls like they're in the rodent Olympics. They hide out in your roof, in your attics, if you're not careful. They're especially interested in citrus trees. So if you have citrus trees in your backyard, you want to make sure that they are not touching the house and keep them trimmed back, because that is a major attractor for the roof rats. Again, look for any holes or cracks or crevices that these rats could get in through. They tend to like your pet's food too. So make sure that you keep that put away and stored in tight containers. So what else do you want to know? No matter where you live, you're going to run into some creepy crawly crap. So just know that our creepy crawlers in Arizona are not as scary as you might think they are. My best advice is to have a local pest professional come visit your home annually and take care of any critters that might be invading your space. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you found this information helpful, I would love if you could like, subscribe, or ring the bell to get notified when I put out more videos. Until next time, keep your shoes off the floor and your bug spray close.